Hey, Tripp here from trippadvice.com. Welcome to another video. Today we're talking about how to meet and seduce those kind of hard to get women. The ones who are a little bit more stuck up, who have a little bit more of this kind of like shield on them, and it's kind of hard to penetrate. Meaning, you know, when you first go up and talk to the girl, she's a little bit cold. Maybe you're getting this vibe that she thinks she's better than you. You know, that kind of girl. Now, first of all, I want to say this. Sometimes guys make mistakes and they go and they talk to a girl and she is a little bit cold and she appears very stuck up. But in reality, this girl is actually very shy. So there is a difference here. So either way, if she is shy or if she is kind of stuck up or she's kind of maybe snobby or acting like she's better than you, there is one technique that works very well. In fact, this is a technique that should be used no matter what. It's not even so much of a technique as it is something that you should be doing when you are talking to a girl. Before I get into it, let me tell you a little story. So years ago, I was out and I was coaching a client of mine and it was in Canada. And I remember I saw a couple girls and I went to approach them. But before I did, I was talking to my client. He said, like, wow, those girls look kind of mean. Like, you know, they kind of had some tattoos. They weren't smiling. They felt very stuck up, very cold. And I said, all right, well, let's just go see what happens. So I went over there and I approached them. And actually, we were right. They were a little snobby. They had a little bit of an attitude. It was hard to kind of break through. So what did I do? And this is what I want you to do. I don't want you to give up, okay? Meaning, you want to stay in there. Here's what happens with these kinds of girls. And even, by the way, the shy ones. So whether they're shy on one end of the spectrum, the other end, they're kind of stuck up. You want to stay in there longer, okay? This is known in the pickup community as plowing, meaning that you're not going to give up, you're not going to leave too soon. Because with these girls, whether they're shy, whether they're stuck up, you know, they're probably used to a lot of guys hitting on them and doing it poorly, and them having very bad experiences. So what it takes with these types of girls is you staying in there and them getting to know you a little bit better and getting to know your personality. Now, of course, they might reject you. Okay, if they do, fine, you know, you move on. But sometimes it just takes more time for them to feel comfortable around you, for them to say, hey, this guy's not so bad. Most guys will leave early because what happens? You go up to a girl, she's not very open with you, she's not giving you much, she's not responding a lot, so you kind of just think you're rejected and then you leave. But something you have to understand is you are not rejected until the girl says goodbye or see you later or I have a boyfriend or whatever it is that's obviously motioning you to leave. Until that happens, you want to stay in there. Stay in there and continue talking to them. So what ended up happening in this story was that's exactly what I did. I just stayed there for a while, kept on making conversation, kept on kind of trying. Now, I know it sounds like, oh, well, it sounds really desperate. You're just sitting in there. Well, the conversation wasn't just me trying to pry things out of them. I was trying to include them in the conversation and get them talking. And so after a while, it took maybe like 10 minutes, which is kind of a long time, right? 10 minutes in there, finally they started to open up more, right? It's just like, it's about staying in there and eventually you're gonna say, hopefully, something that's gonna make them be like, okay, this guy's not so bad, he's actually kind of cool. So then it worked out, ended up getting their number and voila. Of course, that doesn't happen every single time, but that is one of the best things you could do. So whether they're shy or they're stuck up or whatever, you know, they're not giving you the type of reaction you're looking for. It is in your best benefit to be able to practice this stuff and stay in there as long as you can. Continue talking to them until either they reject you or you're just honestly bored. But I want you to be very honest with yourself. Don't just leave early just because you said you were bored. Like really, like give it your best shot here and stay in there until that point. Let's take this topic a little bit further. I'm going to put a link down in the description to my podcast. The podcast is called How to Talk to Girls. And the episode is called The Secret to Seducing 9s and 10s. And so I want you to go in there, click on the link, listen to that episode so you can get a little bit more information on what to do when you are going up to these very attractive women who tend to get hit on by a lot of guys and maybe are a little bit more potentially stuck up, all right? So go there and listen to that, and then write in the comment down below. Let me know what you think. I'll see you in the next video. If you're having trouble meeting hot women in your town and getting them interested in you, then listen up. I have an undetectable way of getting girls instantly attracted to you, even if you're ugly, broke, and live at home with your parents. This system has worked for thousands of guys, and it can work for you too. I teach it in my program called Hooked, where you'll also learn 2 behaviors most men do that instantly destroys any attraction. My 3-step friend zone escape plan to reset her feelings for you and get her liking you. 30 different pre-written texts to send a girl that make her want to meet up with you. And how to have unshakable confidence so you can approach any beautiful woman in any place. If you want to learn this and how to get women hooked on you, then go to getherhooked.com. Again, that's getherhooked.com.